friars are now in our area after walking from Roanoke to Washington. They only carried the bare essentials with them and picked up a lot of spiritual encounters along the way. For more on the 6 friars and their 6-week trek, William Wan joins us. He's a religion reporter with the Washington Post. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
I loved your opening line. They've been mistaken for Jedi wannabes headed to a Star Wars convention. You said they also have been investigated by police, approached by strangers, and really just gawked at by throngs of people. Why did these friars do this?
Well, it's kind of an unusual pilgrimage. Centuries ago, this wasn't that unusual. Monks and friars would go on the road, but there was a group of young guys who really wanted to live out their faith. They were studying about St. Francis and just thought, wow, we should do like St. Francis did and just go out on the road trusting God will provide us food and shelter. And so they did that for 6 weeks. It's just an amazing kind of journey.
And you tell in your report, you say that they took nothing with them except for a toothbrush, a wool blanket, water, a change of underwear, and a cell phone in case of emergency. And they got by with just that in 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, one of the guys said, they did some preparation ahead of time. They didn't want to plan out their itinerary, where they're going or anything like that. But they did some prep work in terms of they slept on the ground, in their friary for the last 6 months, just to toughen up their bodies. And the other thing they did to prepare is they watched Nacho Libre a lot. These are kind of young guys, college age. And so they were like, this is a movie about a young guy chasing his own dream of being a Mexican wrestler, and we're going to do the same. We're going to chase our dream of living on the road.
It sounds like the plot of a movie, to be frank. I mean, some of the places where these guys ended up sleeping, you say, on a trampoline, basement floors, and some pretty unique places.
Yeah, the trampoline was the way they were describing it to me, the trampoline sounded like the most difficult one. They were sleeping as though like spokes on a wheel, all 6 of them on the trampoline. And so what they didn't anticipate is that gravity would just pull all of them towards the center. So none of them got much sleep that night.
Well, good thing the trampoline didn't break. Who knows how big are these guys? Not too big, I guess.
God's looking out for them, I guess.
All right. So, and they also met some pretty interesting characters along the way. Some drunk bikers. They even bore witness to a Chick-fil-A employee dressed as a cow.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A thing. People would see them walking on the road, and they would just pull over and talk, and it led to all these kind of interesting conversations. Some of them funny, others actually quite meaningful. People were asking them for advice about their life, relationship advice. College students asking them, what should I do, with my life? And and it led to these kind of weird, quirky interactions where there was one woman who pulled over and said, oh, you guys haven't eaten, let's go to Chick-fil-A together with my kids. And she was just telling me about how weird it was sitting with 6 friars in full robe eating at Chick-fil-A. And if that wasn't weird enough, the cow from an employee dressed as a cow started coming out and talking to them and just giving them high fives, and everyone in the restaurant just staring at them, trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, as I said, it sounds like the plot of a movie. Perhaps we'll be seeing that in a theater near you sometime soon. Until then, you can read more about Mr. Wan's reporting in the Washington Post today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Up next on Live This